So we're going to do a video on common mistakes that handlers make. We're going to do just things that you should not be doing in the ring. Okay? So the first is using anything to touch your dog when you're not praising your dog, or just in general anything that you should not be touching your dog. So this includes feet. Don't use your feet to correct or move your dog. Which that sounds obvious, but we find that a lot of kids, especially if they have small dogs, will use their feet to move their dogs or correct their dogs, and we do not want that. Yep, see that? That was not right. Okay? Don't want to use your feet, especially in the ring. That's big points off. Okay? So the other thing is...
And I'm not going to do this to Maisie, okay? The other thing is overcorrecting. Getting to the point where you yank that leash so hard that your dog makes a noise. A quick pop and release, we talked about that before. A quick pop and release doesn't hurt your dog. But if you yank it so that your dog's feet come off the ground, or your dog yipes, or
when they're not startled,
that will get you points taken off for, and again, could get you disqualified.
That's true.
Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
So yeah, extreme corrections, and that's true. We don't want you to extreme correct at any point. Sometimes your dog is startled by a sharp correction, and they will yipe. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're hurt, but we do want to watch and make sure that we're not doing that kind of thing. So the other thing is what Lene is doing right now. If you are sitting and waiting for the judge to give you a command, your judge has already said, sit your dog, and you're waiting for the leave your dog, you do not touch your dog, okay? You do not pet them, you do not correct them, anything like that until the judge tells you to correct, okay? You don't praise, anything like that until the judge says exercise finished, or they tell you to correct your dog. You do not touch your dog or anything, okay? So the other thing, what was the other thing? Hold on. So the other thing that we use while training a lot, and we've done in these videos, is use a lot of extra commands, which is like you saw Lene go stay, 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 stay. So we're going to show that here. Generally, you only give one command. So we're going to show lots of commands. Leave your dog.
Stay, 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 stay.
Okay, see that? See how she's leaning forward? She's
Stay.
giving lots of hand signals. She's saying stay lots of times. That was lots of points off.
Each time after that first stay is points off.
Mm-hmm.
So if I say stay and I give the command, that's the hand signal, that's it. Anything beyond that, I've now taken points off for each one of those. During training, that's okay. During show, it's not. So the point is, everything we do in training is to start the lesson and slowly take away all the supports. It's kind of like you do in school. You start out learning how to add and subtract using counters. You put 5 counters down, you take 2 counters away, and then your teacher says, okay, you get your fingers and you take those, and then eventually you get it so you've got it in your head. You've got to do that with your dog. A lot of support to start off, a lot of commands, a lot of support, a lot of praise, and then slowly start taking those away so that by July, it's solid. You've practiced it so many times, your dog knows what to do on that first command, okay?
And that's true with corrections with the leash as well. You generally, at any point, are not going to do corrections with the leash at all until the judge tells you to do so. Well, even then, if the judge tells you to do so, you're getting points off, but you're going to wait. So,
She, just the last time we practiced, she didn't sit every time we stopped. And just in this time that we've been making these videos, so the hour we did the other day and the hour today, this is already a solid, if she stops walking, I'm supposed to sit. So that's something that you've got to know. I gave no correction. In fact, I wanted her not to, so that I could show you a proper correction, and she didn't do it. She's already got this down. So that's what practice does. Practice, you teach the lesson, you get it to where that dog knows what is expected. And they know it because you've taught it, and then you've corrected it, and you've taught it, and you've practiced it. And they know, if she stops, my butt goes down.